Hi everyone, this is Jason Burack of Wall Street for Main Street. I'm just going to do a short video today. I was actually supposed to interview Alasdair Macleod, but I guess he forgot about the interview. We're going to have to reschedule it. I was supposed to interview him. I actually did interview him for over an hour about 3 weeks or a month ago. And when the software recordings weren't working and Skype wasn't working, that hour was lost. So we're going to get that done. We'll reschedule and get it done. But today I just want to talk about a current event story that's pertaining to all people who like gold and silver. Came out a couple days ago. Deutsche Bank pays $38 million to settle silver manipulation lawsuit. $38 million compared to the total amount, hundreds of millions, if not billions of dollars in profits over the years manipulating the gold and silver markets on the COMEX and LBMA, the paper futures markets, is really just unbelievable. It shows that crime does pay, that, these bullion banks can get away with fraud. Now, Deutsche Bank will have to help as part of its settlement. They will, in exchange for the lower settlement, I guess they will have to testify and provide evidence against other banks. But really, it was profitable for them to do the fraud. I mean, it shows crime does pay. It's just unbelievably pathetic in our corrupt system. I don't know. I was on Facebook. I'll give you guys some funny examples of how crazy the world is becoming. I was on Facebook talking with smart Silicon Valley people, non-libertarian friends, a few of them that I met before I became a libertarian. When I just started waking up, I was still a stockbroker back then. Met them in the DC area. They moved to San Francisco and got technology jobs. And, they're book smart and they work for Salesforce and other technology companies, and they're brainwashed. They love Hillary Clinton. And, they think anyone is stupid as shit who believes any of these bad things about Hillary Clinton. Oh, you have to watch Alex Jones. Oh, you're a brainwashed moron. And all these other things. They're just in total freaking denial. And then, we have one of these guys was telling me that CNN never lies. And this was the same day that CNN, after the WikiLeaks, CNN was saying regular Americans aren't allowed to go to WikiLeaks and read it. They're committing a crime. So, go and talk to Greg Hunter, who's a former CNN journalist. Go and talk to Amber Lyon, who did a documentary about the Arab Spring, and CNN got her fired for telling the truth. So these people they're book smart and they have no freaking common sense. It's really unbelievable, guys, how dystopian and brainwashed so many people are. And these people are not dumb. They just don't have any common sense, or they choose to not believe it because Hillary's their hero. I posted on Facebook, one of my other friends who lives in the DC area, she's a lawyer, very smart. She loves Hillary Clinton. She hates Bernie Sanders, loves Hillary Clinton. She's looked up to Hillary Clinton since she was a little girl. And, I posted some stuff about Hillary Clinton, and I don't know if she deleted. There was a whole bunch of people commenting on her thread because she was talking about how John Oliver, the funny comedian guy who was on the show there, the Daily Show, before he left and started his own show, and he's associated with the Clinton Foundation. But he was bashing third-party candidates Jill Stein and Gary Johnson, and she was like, well, why doesn't anyone just vote for Hillary Clinton then? And so, I posted something about Hillary Clinton, and underneath that thread, there was a lot of people commenting, and I'm not sure if Facebook, I put a whole paragraph in there about how Hillary's a pathological liar. She's committed, dozens, if not hundreds of felonies in her 30-year political career. And I don't know if this girl deleted it or if Facebook deleted it. So, the world we live in now, guys, is crazy. Look at all the fraud that can get away with. Deutsche Bank made enormous profits helping manipulate this. I don't know if there's any way to quantify how much they've made exactly in profits, the total amount, but it's easily in the hundreds of millions of dollars, if not when you add up all the years of, market manipulation for gold and silver in the paper market. Combined, the banks have probably made billions in profits. And for them to only pay $38 million in fine, it shows, unfortunately, that, crime does pay. In the world we live in now, the rule of law is dicey. But, the government's going to change the rules. So we get comments from listeners asking about, well, why shouldn't I have lots of debt? Well, if you think you're going to do a hyperinflation, all the debt gets inflated away, the government can change the rules on that. Look what happened in Argentina. The Argentinians thought that if they all went into debt and bought real estate and other stuff, that during the hyperinflation, the debt would be hyperinflated away, and that's not what happened. The government and the banks got the rules changed, and when there was a new currency after the hyperinflation in Argentina in the 1990s, people were still held accountable for those debts, and they had to pay back the new debt in the new currency that wasn't hyperinflated. Or, well, it started being inflated again, but it wasn't, hyperinflated. So, this is the world we live in now. It's a very difficult and challenging world. It's very stressful. The rules are going to change. So this is why you need to pay attention. The days of set it and forget it for the most part are pretty much over. If you're a really rich person and, you can afford some investment losses, maybe can get away with that. But the people on Main Street aren't going to deal with that. So I just wanted to comment on this Deutsche Bank with the short video. We have David Stockman as of right now coming up tomorrow. Eric Dubin and I are going to do a Welcome to Dystopia show on Friday as of right now. Hopefully we don't have to keep rescheduling that. But Eric's been living an active dating lifestyle now. So thanks everyone for watching this video. And unfortunately, guys, the banks. Hopefully Deutsche Bank will help testify and provide evidence and discovery against these other banks. But if they're going to settle and only have to pay a $38 million fine, that's just totally freaking ridiculous how little compared to how much profits they've made.